Shouldn't matter anymore. Right, don't need the Nor. That's so cool. Yeah. Oh, can I do that? See if it works. Okay. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, what up, Braxton? Hold on. Sorry, I was sharing my stream. Share, share, Discord, YouTube, Discord, Twitch. Go. Okay. All right. My apologies. How are you? How are you? Stop talking to yourself. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's get this working now. I think I can do this. Uh, what's up? What's up, Julio? What's up, Braxton? So I should be able to do this now. I can give individual shout outs and I can go, and I can also do I can do this. I'm still working on it. So the graphics are all wackadoodle right now, but it's pretty cool. And I programmed it all. I did it all myself. I didn't use any plugins or anything. Yeah, I took that away. I took that away. So now it's done by hand. I can add it back. Oh, I'm going to. There we go. Hide my actions. All right, cool. Yeah, it's better. Well, that this was the point original. Well, but the point was if I get a super chat or a subscriber, it'll also show that. Like I did some graphics for my if I get a new subscriber, it does this. Oh, hold on, that's super chat. Super chat does that. So if it's an actual person, it brings up their. You know what? Let me double check that. Maybe I broke that. Um, use super chats. Okay. Is their name? Broadcaster, user ID, user group. Oh, did I break that? I think I did break it. Yeah, I had to break it. Hold on, let me double check here. Um, hold on. So if I do a shout out, I'm using what? Okay, I fixed it. Okay, so now if I do a super chat, set visibility, profile picture to this. Okay, so now if I test it, it should say it's do it properly. Uh-oh, it broke it. Never mind. I broke it. Wonder how I fix that. This doesn't matter. Anyway, how you guys doing? How y'all doing? Chat. Thank you. I try my best. Yeah, I'll fix it. I'll fix everything in the overlay. I can get that too. What up, Chi? I'm building my own wackadoodle stuff. I'm designing. I'm doing my own software and everything. So in order to, I'm working on that game, the snowball game, and I needed a way to get information out of the chat properly. So I figured the best way to learn, because I kept failing, and the only one that would work was NDs. So I had to make it automated. So I figured it out. So I wrote my own scripts to grab information out of it. So I'm wrote my own that does that rather than I can even make it a circle too. Well, let me do this real quick. I can fix it. Hold on, let me see. Um, yeah, to make it a little bit nicer because see you see here how this is your what you call is a square. Your profile picture is a square. I should be able to edit this. Mask over it. So now if I do one, um, yeah, my apologies. No. I was doing an edit there or something. So now if I do it, it'll see now your profile picture is a circle. So now I just have to work with the um 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 like now like I just drew boxes to do the layout and I wanted the coding part first. Now that the coding part's done, um so the circle is what yours looks like if you go to your YouTube channel. Um he's guilty about it, so he's gonna change it. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I will. I want to change both of them. Those are just placeholders. Just placeholders. If you have a suggestion of a good font, Chihuahua, please. Yeah, these are 100% just placeholders to get the code working. Because I've been streaming a lot and dealing with a lot like of the cold weather and stuff. Like I had to bring in all kinds of wood, chop down trees, break split wood, take care of the neighborhood and stuff. So I wasn't streaming the past 2 days a lot, only a couple hours. So today I said I ain't gonna go live until I get a couple things done for the stream. The first to fall was Satan. There you go, brother. There you go. Bam. Instead of the font and username being so, yeah. I agree. They were like I said, they were just placeholders, and I can do this. Look at this freaking guy. What does that work? Does that work over here? Let's see. All right, so now I can do all that a lot faster too. All right, Julio. Well, oh, let's see. Okay. All right, that did delete the message. All right, okay. Let's take a look. There you go. Yeah, I can change the amount of time and how it swipes in and how it slides out. There you go. All right, looks good. Definitely looks good. Where you go, brother? All right, so let's see. So, yeah, I forgot what I was doing. He was asking for money. Kirkulator. Crickolator? Yes, Chi. And I'm also yeah I'll spend some time on the I'll spend some time on the I mean I should probably do that now while we're here. So I can also replace those placeholders with images if I want to do something more interesting. Sure, if you want to, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I know a lot about it. Okay, I can do that too. I can do all that. Do cool pets like snakes. I had snakes and lizards as a kid. Yeah, let's change that up too while we're talking about it. Okay. So let me add a camera here real quick. Let me add it. Just give me 1 second. Yes, yes, yes. So when I was like 13, I wanted a snake as a pet. So my dad, my parents, but basically, my dad was like, "You have to learn about them, learn how they eat, what they eat, how to learn the difference between poisonous, venomous, and non-venomous." So poisonous means if you eat it. So most snakes aren't poisonous; they're venomous, or snakes that can hurt you aren't poisonous. Poisonous is if you eat them and you get sick. That's poison. Venom is if they bite you. That's venom. They have venom glands. Anyway, I had to learn about snakes, how to tell from the shapes of their heads, and then so I read a couple of books over the course of like 2 weeks on snakes and how to test. And they tested me, said, "What is this? What is this?" And I didn't know what types of snakes, but I could tell if they were venomous or non-venomous. And then I got a garter snake. Like it was like 18, 13 inches long or something when I first got it, and then it grew to like almost 2 feet. And it, yeah, I have a trouser snake. All right, let's fix the yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Let's fix the well, let me add a camera here. 1 second, guys. Let's black out for just a second. Um 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. All right. So if I do this, okay. All right. And I am on Twitch right now also. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't check to see if anybody's in there yet. Let me see. What is it for? What is what for? Julio. Oh, so I could show people's chats on stream. I was using a program that somebody else made, but it kept crashing and having problems. So I said, I'm going to do it myself. When I was 8 years old, someone sold me a pet snake. Turns out it was a worm. Ah, I actually have him written on my wall. Landon. Okay, let's see. Um, Elsa can I love the internet. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let me see. Let's get this fixed here. So let's do this. Okay. Uh, let's see. So I can view that. I have a pet trouser snake. Let's see. Let's do this real quick while I'm at it. Okay. All right. So now if I do this, oops. Now if I do this, oops. Now if I do this. Okay. So now I can change the font size. All right. That's font. That's too big. Let's see. I might change my name too, but leave the Julio part. Yeah, why not? Yeah, take your time. Remember, you can only change it every like 4 days or something like that. So make sure you think about it before you do it. Okay, I don't know if I like that. if I like that. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, you know I can do this too. Yeah. Twitch. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. There we go. Oh, come on, I hit the wrong thing again. I think it's a piece of crap. There we go. All right, it does look good. Okay. Okay. All right, it looks good on Twitch, that's for sure. I mean, the size does at least. All right, I need to change the. Okay. There you go. There you go. Now, if I update this to do this and then this. Oh, no, it didn't do it. Let's see. I should be able to do it like this then. There you go. And it should do both of them. Okay, there we go. That doesn't work either. Okay. Yeah, looks good, King. There you go. What is that in the background? I can't even tell what that is. What is that? Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay. That's because I added. Okay, I added video to it. All right, I see. I see. I see. I see. That's why it's broken. It looks like a kid. What is it? All right, I changed it. Let's see here. Where am I? Super. Oops, broke that too. Okay. All right. Take take Steve King, man, brother. Yes, sir. Uh, and yeah, so now both of these work pretty good. You know, my apologies. That's because I had I had when I was switching scenes like this, when I switch scenes like that, some of them are only for these overlays that pop up on the screen, and so they don't need the mic. But when I go to edit them, when I go into the scene to edit them, there's no microphone in that scene because I don't need. Then it'll have the microphone twice, and it'll use twice as much processing power and whatnot. Yeah, it that's just me working. So now if I turn that on, oh, okay, cool. That works now. That worked how it should. Not on Twitch though. So come back there. There we go. All right. What age do you think old people should not be allowed to drive? What do you mean? Some old people are fine. Some people aren't. I think I think if I think every 10 years or so, you should get a driving test. Like after the age of 60. Like at 60 you should get a driving test, then 70, then 80, then 90, then 100, every 10 years after 60. Well, 60 and above. What up, Space Cowboy? Why does that not work? Oh, I gotta turn this off. Let's see. Why doesn't it go away? Get back to here. Oh, that's why. There we go. All right, now it should work. All right. What's up, Space Cow, brother? I worked on it today, so I have control of it now. Like whenever I want. I never been with a woman, but one time my buddy let me push his butt. That was nice of him. That was nice of him. That's a good friend right there. That's a good friend, boat. Nah, it's the boat. All right, let's see. Space Cowboy minus 9 years of age. Do you recall last time you caught an iguana falling from a tree? I'm not very good at hunting. Yeah, close enough. You're fine. You're fine, boat. Close enough. Yeah. Now I would work on. Now I would work on. Now that you've passed that goal in life, start building something. Okay, you're not iguana falling from a tree. Did you? Are you talking about the guy the video that we watched the other day, putting him in his butt cheeks? No, no. I saw the one where the guy caught one. I thought you sent it, and he stuck it in his back of his pants while he was catching iguanas. No, frozen iguanas. I haven't seen that. All right, hold on. Let's do that. And I can go here. Hold on one second. Uh, okay, frozen iguanas falling from a tree in Florida. Oops. Oops. Okay, well, that found itself. That's good. Um, let's change this here. What is that? There we go. Okay. What up, Zara? Why did your old why does your old life because when I first started streaming, I was going with 13th grade, and then oh come on, I was going with 13th grade, but then hold on, let me change this real quick while I'm at it, and then there was already somebody that had 13th grade, and now they're coming out with 13th grade for kids. Like they want kids to have a 13th grade because it says that so many kids aren't going to college that they're too dumb. I'm like, okay, well, why? So they weren't teaching kids what they needed to know in high school. Okay, hold on. There we go. Right. Bang, 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 bang. I don't think I have that in there. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So if now that should okay. So that works too. What? Use the app to view all the comments. Where's the audio?
Cold stun, not moving. It's a whole dump truck full of iguanas. Naples froze them out last night, and I scooped every one I could find. Hundreds. Cold stun, not moving. It's a whole dump truck full of iguanas. Naples froze them out last night, and I scooped every one I could find. Hundreds. Cold stun, not moving. It's a whole dump truck full of iguanas. Naples froze them out last night, and I.
Let me see. Oops. I need to stay on top too, probably. Okay, all right. Let's see what's next. Thank you, man. Thank you. Have you ever heard of the Sunganese? Sanganese, what? Sanganese, no. I met him in person. Pardon me, miss? I thought I was, ma'am. All right, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, right. Okay, let's do this. All right, so now I can go. Yeah. That's freaking awesome. I thought it was AI at first. That's a lot of freaking iguanas, man. That's a lot of iguanas. A lot of iguana. What up, cat? Okay, let's see. So now. What would your last meal be if I was going to die? Oops, that's the wrong one. What was my last meal if I was going to die? My last meal. It would probably be chili. I came to space. I was your love. Your love is my last meal. I'm eating it. What up? What's going on, cat? Okay, I gotta change the fonts on that. Absolutely, they're an invasive. They're invasive. So when you catch them, you can't release them unless you turn them into the wildlife sanctuary. Wow, that's crazy. I gotta change the font on that. All right, let's do this. Let's turn that back on. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, let's fix this while we're at it. Okay. Oh, I can't do it, can I? Can I? I think I can. Oh, maybe I can't. Okay, yeah, I can. I sent you a happy poop. Why doesn't it tell me that you sent it to me? How come it doesn't tell me you sent me a happy poop? Did it pop up on the screen? The iguanas are cool. I'd like to have one or a bearded dragon. Battle cats. What community myths be given to explorers? In battle cats, what community myths? Battle cats, dude. I got no idea. You could cook them and have yourself. Richard, you missed a lot. Richard, you missed a lot. Streamed in space. He pulled the moon closer. It was crazy. Richard streamed in space. He pulled the moon closer. Did you see them? Did you see the iguanas?
I scooped everyone I could find, hundreds. Cold stun, not moving. It's a whole dump truck full of iguanas. Naples frozen.
He's so excited. He's so excited.
Out last night, and I scooped everyone I could.
I thought it was AI, but then I realized that's exactly proper. So all of them be cold, so you can still see his breath, so you know it's cold. They can't run from you or move. It's all right. That's crazy because they're warm blooded, cold blooded, cold blooded.
Cold stun, not moving. It's a whole dump truck full of iguanas.
That's so crazy. No, it doesn't look like it. It tastes like chicken. It's a cheetah cat. Gotcha. All right, so let me do this. Let me do this before I forget that too. Let's change this. I can leave that on there. It just it looks clear. Okay, so how do I do this? Now I gotta go here, and then I can go to. Okay. So yeah, this definitely needs to be fixed. Why is the anti-aliasing off? So let's find something better to look at. That looks a little bit better. That's what it looks like on Twitch. Yeah, that looks a lot better on Twitch. Man, why everything looks so dang good on Twitch? Anyway, okay, all right. Yeah, Follow the Trees East State even puts a warning to watch for falling iguanas. Okay, let's see. Watch for falling iguanas, guys. Ah, it doesn't show the freaking. It doesn't show the. It doesn't show the. Oh, great. That's something else I got to do. It doesn't show the emojis. It sounds sus. Yeah, right, exactly. Let's see. My favorite animals probably lions and cheetahs and tigers, but if I had to pick one, I'd say giraffe because they're cool. My neck is long like a giraffe. Yeah, no more iguana videos are so sad. All right, let's make this happen. I gotta fix this real quick. So it looks really good on. Okay, let's see what it looks like on YouTube. Hold on. Let's see what it looks like on YouTube. 'Cause it looks fine on Twitch. Am I going? No. Okay. Oops. All right. That's not just that's hot girl. Cat, you got a freaking wackadoo. Yeah, you got to find something else to watch. If you're watching something for hot girl cats, dude, you got to start doing some freaking graphic design or something. My favorite animal is that owl. All right, let's see. All right, so I should be able to keep that up. Keep it up. All right, I like the font better. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Okay, the font definitely needs to be bigger. Okay, font definitely needs to be bigger. Definitely. Whatever. All right, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Chat name. Nope, not name. Chat. Message. Where is that? Oh, that is bold. Oh man. Oh, that's not. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's do this. What was that? Let's see. Cancel. Chat name is what? It's elephant. So now if I change this, I should be able to go to. Okay, that looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better, I think. Yeah, all right, that looks a little bit better. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, all right, all right, all right, there we go. All right, all right, all right, there we go. There we go. There we go. My favorite animal is that ass. She was in here earlier, Space Cow. She was in here earlier. Yes, Jax, I remember you. Jax. See, I got all these graphics for you I made, waiting for you to come back. It's rain. It's rain. It's hold on. It's what? Raining like a taco. Anyway, it's raining like a. It's. I'll take a. Well, I can't read. I'll take a raining taco any day. So that's I was reading iguanas. What up, Joshy? Yeah, I gotta fix these graphics too. Let's make these look a little bit nicer. Let's see what we can do. Let's teach you guys a little bit of a. All right, let's do this. Space Cal posted something I saw a minute ago. Where'd it go? Oh, stop doing that. I keep freaking clicking on the wrong thing. Oh, I did it wrong again. Space Cow.
It's cold in South Florida and the iguanas are frozen. We caught all of these iguanas today and we're gonna count up and see how many we actually caught. Check it out. This dude's absolutely alive. He's not dead one bit. Feel like he's moving in slow motion. Let's bag them up and see how many we got. And by the way, we're putting them in the bags gently. We're gonna treat these animals with respect because they're living, breathing creatures, and we have tons of bags. Number 14 is moving a little bit. 20 and 21. 27, bag one. 36, 39. Number 40 in the bag. Numero 50. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. 68 iguanas and a handful of Cuban nine-anoles. Stay tuned for tomorrow to get more iguanas.
What's the great convenience store? Okay, what I missed? Hey, thank you, Jax. Isn't Wawa gas station? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What up, Robert? What up, my brother? Bam. I got to fix the fonts and stuff. I just programmed all that stuff in. So I was using an app to do it before, but it kept crashing. So I programmed it in so I could do everything from one jammer later. But okay, what's that? Rush. Fried chicken. All right, let's see. The Bucky's, yeah, that's a pretty popular one. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? I'm doing well, Loretta. How about yourself? How you doing, Loretta? Okay, let's see. Yeah, kidnap. Okay, that's a little too often. Is it the same one?
Cold in South Florida.
Oh, it's 35 degrees. Okay, that's what it said. 35 degrees. All right, let's see. I'm trying to lock in. I'm working on it. Richard, cool lizard. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Have you ever seen a lot lizards? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot lizards. Very well. Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm working on it, and I don't think it's. Yeah, that doesn't. It does. I gotta find out why it doesn't show the emojis either. I gotta figure out what to do about that. So that'll be tomorrow. But okay, so let's go here. Nope, that's still broken. Ah, dang it. Oh, let's do this first. So let's find a. Let's do this. If we go to. If we do this and then we say, let's close that, let's close that, let's close that. And then we say we want message chat bubble GIF. All right, if we want to find something interesting to use. All right, maybe not GIF. Overlay. Not put chat. Silently stalking. Well, that's kind of cool. We could do that. No, maybe not. That's core. I'm a unicorn. I don't date humans. They can be done. Yeah, that's up to Space Cow. Oh, that's pretty cool. Water. Those are kind of cool too. I like the pixel art. That looks kind of good. That could be kind of cool. I could put the chat. I could put the profile picture at the bottom of the little point, and then so it says like this person is saying, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" This is a raw berry. What going on, brother? She just loves iguanas. I thought she said she didn't want the iguana videos. Am I missing something out? Oh, okay. I don't know. I love iguana. Ain't gonna lie. Yeah, did you see the videos? Hold on. Let me get this done before I don't do anything else. All right, let's see. They're not dead. Those weren't dead. They were frozen. It was cold in Florida. And if it gets down below like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, they get what's called cold stunned. So they were all alive. Yeah, they're not. They move real slow. That's why cold-blooded animals need this heat from the environment to stay warm. Warm-blooded like us, our metabolisms heat our own bodies, our own blood. That's why we're so special. I had to keep a snake in my shirt once because it was so cold. Yep. That's why they like to curl around people. They get the heat from people's bodies. They get real angry and eepy. They get angry and eepy. Dang it. I gotta figure out how to do this. Yeah, I definitely gotta fix the graphics, without a doubt. I should do it. Let's see. I'm gonna spin your damn wheel. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Or download PNG. Relax download. Ah, what a pain in the. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing anyway. Um, same one. Oh,
Solid.
Here listen to that sizzle. Little sauce, little lime, boom. Iguana taco.
Thank you, brother. That's crazy good.
Yeah.
Man, look at them. Frozen solid.
drip.
Here listen to that sizzle. Little sauce, little lime, boom. Iguana taco.
Thank you, brother. That's crazy good.
Yeah.
please do. Yeah, I want to make sure that everything works on both sides, so they can tell me here if you can tell me there. I'd appreciate it if you check it out. Zero life in their blood. I gotta make it. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So now what do I gotta do? Let's see if I can do this. I can just do this. Yeah, I can just. No, I guess I can't. Freaking frack. Oh, I guess I can. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks, Julio. You can't see what? What can't you see? You couldn't see it? Hold on. Did I miss something here? We should never eat reptiles. They carry salmonella. That's enough to not want it. Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of things we shouldn't eat that we do. Remember John from high school? That paper that he had and those mushrooms that he had? There's all kinds of stuff we shouldn't be eating. Ass is one of them, right? Yes, right. You're worried about wild animals having salmonella, but people aren't worried about us having everything else, including salmonella. Okay. All right, thanks, William. Yeah. So when I switch it to like that, it can go away. It's not switching on the YouTube side, so I need to worry about the Okay, let's see. Lamau. All right, let's do this real quick. So while that's up here, oh, you know what I should do first is I should go here. Go here. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, so now I should be able to do this. All right, let's change. Let's do this real quick. Let's go here. Let's go to where's save as? Set as save as pictures. Okay, let's go here to we got new folder overlays. So now I should be able to do this. Where am I at? Okay. Do you think Savannah Guthrie mom's kidnapping is a hoax? Bro, it's so hard to tell. And nowadays, it's so hard to tell. Like, who the hell gets kidnapped? Like, the Ring camera's broken. I have Ring cameras, Ring lights, Ring. And if someone breaks the camera, at least there's footage of them walking up to the camera and hitting it with a hammer. You know, it's like, I mean, yeah, it's so hard to tell. I mean, and the thing is, yeah, it's so hard to tell these days. I feel called out, Cat. Do you see the iguanas on the grill? I'm sure she did. Okay, so let's change this here while we're here. Oops, wrong button. There we go. All right, so I need to take the. Oh, that's going to be okay. Let's add an image. Uh, okay, let's browse for an image. Let's go back to pictures. Let's go to overlays. All right, there we go. We got that. Let's put this back some. Okay, hey, it's working a little bit. Let's go down one more. Okay, all right. Hold on. Okay, okay, okay. So let's now I should be able to do this and go like that. Oops. Okay, what am I gonna do? Now I need to go apply alpha in linear space. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, it's grouped. That's why. Okay, so I need to do this first. I need to take it out of the group. Remove from group. How do I do that? I don't even know where it's at. Add source screenshot. Okay, so now I can do that. So now I can turn that off. And then I should be able to take that and do this. Oh, why can't I expand it better? That's not too bad. Okay, so now if I do this, okay. All right, I'll work on it. I'll work on it because I know if I do this, it's not going to fit. So I have to change the box that the I got to change the box that it's in. So now I can do this, and I can do this. There's iguana getting smoked again. Okay, so I got to change the wackadoo. Oh, you know, I could probably do this too. Let's not do that yet. Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay, let's get back to the chat. Okay, what am I at? Okay, Julio's got something here. Let's see. Okay, do you think yes, man? I don't. That's crazy stuff. All right.
Question number one, 12 times 12.
126, 126. That's not this. 144.
You guys can't do basic math.
You go.
144.
Ready?
What's 13 times 13?
374.
You're
13 times 12.
13 times 12, 169.
You're just a nerd.
Question number one, 12 times 12.
126, 126.
That's not this. 144.
You guys can't do basic math.
You go.
144.
Ready?
What's 13 times 13?
374.
You're
13 times 12.
13 times 12, 169.
You're just a nerd.
Question number one, 12 times 12.
126, 126.
That's not this. 144.
You guys
What? Dean? Let's see a picture. Oh, hold on. Let's do that. Hey, we got Steve and Sean Combs in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, that's great. That's great. I can change the font a little bit, but that's awesome. That's awesome. What's up, Gerald? The audio is on the repeat track. That's why yeah, that was so freaking. I didn't even know it existed until it was already gone. I didn't know it existed until TikTok, people showed it on TikTok. We got a battle. Omegle. Is it Omegle or Omegle? They shut down Omegle down for so much. Yeah, I'm sure they did. I never even looked into it. It's really, they do have that. They do have a Ome TV. Yeah, there's a lot of kids on there. Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of kids on there. Don't listen to this old hypocrite. Don't listen to this old hypocrite who fakes having an island. Uh, where'd it go? There we go. Oh, you know what I think I broke? Did I break that? Let me see if I broke this. Delay. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I fixed it. I think. Okay. I tried using it again. Okay, Julio. Sorry, Julio. Let's see. Julio. Bang. Julio.
Do you think there should be an IQ test before voting?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The capital of the USA is?
Isn't the capital USA?
Yeah. What is the capital?
USA?
She's talking about the letters, the capital letters.
Yeah, like, of the states, what's the capital?
America?
Is your idiot brain getting by stupid?
Yeah, it was a trick question. You got me. You know who the first president of the United States was? Abraham Lincoln.
I can't listen to this anymore.
You know how many stars there are on the U.S. flag?
Oh, God.
100? I don't know, about 200, something like that.
Yes.
Wow, how is the weather in the land of the big time stupid?
It's freaking
Do you think there should be an
crazy.
IQ test before voting?
That's crazy.
The capital of the USA is?
Isn't the capital USA?
Yeah.
Ah, dude, it hurts. It hurts to watch. It hurts to watch. Don't listen to this dude. I dug a hole in his basement. What's that? Monkey's bad. Monkey, I've never heard of that either. Oh, I heard. Yeah, I've heard of the app. I've never been on it yet, but yeah, that's popped. Somebody said, "Are you on Monkey?" I was like, I don't know what it is. That forehead, bro. It's a 5 head. 50. 50. Yes, 50. You've got it, Adam, right. They're 50. One for each state. That's not stupid. It has nothing to do with brain power. Listen, if you're voting in the United States, you should at least know how many stars are on the flag and what the stars represent, what the 13 stripes represent. That's crazy. He's focused on other things, but it's not a car. I agree. Right, that's the problem. Oh, I got to fix that too. People don't retain knowledge. That's a big problem. Is people don't retain knowledge. Let me get that back up here. Where am I at? Chat. And let me change this while I'm here. We need the message. Where's the message? Oops. Message. On Control T. Control E. Okay, center, left, maximum size only, bounding box size. This is what I need here. Okay, let's do this. Let's just do 1,000. Center, left. Oh, that's my center. Center. Let's do center left. Let's do. Okay, close. Let's try that. All right, hold on. Let's see if this works a little bit better. All right, so theoretically, I should be able to do that and then do that. There we go. Okay, we can do this. Let's see what it looks like. What does that look like? Okay, let's do this. We could do that, and we'll go chat message back here. About it. Monkey is a what? Okay, she's just okay. Space cow. Purpose of live. It's open topic. Open topic. Resigned hater. Open topic. You don't have to retain now. Oh, dang it! I didn't fix it. Obama went out of there. All right, let's fix that real quick. All right, hold on. I can fix a second. I prefer don't tread on me. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's a good flag. That's a good flag. I like the creativity of it. Yeah. I can't believe how dumb people are. That's a weird statement. Listen, some people like I couldn't even go from 9th grade to 10th grade or like we couldn't even advance classes if we didn't pass like the citizenship test and stuff like that when I was a kid. So it's odd that I'm guessing they're not even doing it anymore. It's not merchandise. It was a flag for the South. I'll show you. Don't tread on me flag. This was the flag of the South, not the gay one, but that's more of the modernized. But yeah, this was the flags of the South back in or one of the flags of the South. Not the South. Was it just a? No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the South. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Basically saying, don't come to our country or we're going to bite you. Somebody posted something. Julio got something here.
Name 5 countries outside of America.
Is Italy a country? No. Is Italy a country?
Country, no.
Italy? Europe?
Right.
Italy, Europe.
Who bombed Pearl Harbor?
Did I?
No.
The Japanese. Who bombed Pearl Harbor? Did
yeah, I did.
Name 5 countries outside of America.
Is Italy a country? No. Is Italy a country? Italy? Europe?
Right.
Yeah.
Who bombed Pearl?
Jeez, I'm gonna say a bunch of these people are probably stoned or drunk. It's rough. It's rough to see. I don't know. What up, WTF? Yes, really. Yes, really. You're talking about the what does it stand for? Yes, that's what it was. Yes, that's honestly what it was. Yeah, that's what I thought. You talk about. That's what I thought it was too, Kat. They must not cheat. Yes. Listen, and we had which were they were called this. I can't remember what they were called. The tests that we had. There was 4 tests that you had to pass. You could not graduate if you did not pass all 4 of the tests. You could not graduate. It was the citizenship test, and one of them wasn't the SATs because you didn't have to have that to graduate. You just basically needed it to get into college, and you don't need that anymore. Like remember back just 20 years ago, you couldn't get into college if you didn't grade well enough. You couldn't just be like, well, I got a D and no, if you had below like an 850 on the SATs, you couldn't get into anything but community college. Now you can go to Harvard and you can get $200,000 loan and not even know how to frickin' know that frickin' Europe isn't a country. Like this is the thing. We're letting people that don't. It's not necessarily an intelligence thing. The thing is, some people don't know how to learn. And you have to put these people on courses that will get them smart, get them educated. You can't get smart from school if school doesn't help you get smart. The problem is, like, I hated school. School was so horrible. I was hyperactive, and they were, "I ADHD, take some pills." No, that's not the point. Why is being hyperactive bad? It's not a bad thing. So why don't you teach me while I'm hyperactive? Because you're disrupting other students. Well, then why don't you have a class for hyperactive kids? No, they'll have a class for the gifted and talented kids. But you know that this is a problem. Is the same schooling doesn't work for everybody. And I think that's proven now. And I think people should start companies to start teaching, find different ways to teach kids, and all the dumb kids that are in America right now. If we find a better way to teach them, a better way to get education into hyperactive people, besides giving them pills and being like, now you can act normally like the regular kids, but you have to pay for it. That's so crazy. Here, this pill will make you more normal, but it costs you money. What are you talking about? Five countries: Niagara Falls, KFC, UFC, Global Strike, Global Counter Strike, Global. Yeah. You need a 30%. You need a 30 to pass. Yeah, dude. No. A 60 was a D, and you should have been retaught. You couldn't graduate with a D. I don't believe when I was a kid. You needed a 70% or better, which was, so 69 was still a D. You needed a 70% or better to proceed. 40% for math. Right. Memorization has layers, though. Right. So, but don't you think it's pretty obvious that we can set people into groups? Like we can tell people how people memorize certain things. And here's the problem: memorization is not education. You can teach rats to memorize processes. You can teach people that don't know English how to remember to spell words in English. That's not education, and I think that's a big problem. Is people thought that they could commoditize, make money off of putting everybody in the same school and making that a monopoly, rather than saying, no, your schools don't work for this type of people. I mean, they do for the blind and the deaf. You know, they have the schools of the blind, schools of the deaf. Yeah, memorization versus full understanding. Right. 800-588-2300, Empire today. The capital of USA is easy. It's Europe. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, I broke it. Did I break it? Why did I? Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. I did it again. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, we'll just. I don't need the mics that big. There we go. Okay, and then I can do this, and I can do that. All right, and I can do this. You can get with this, or you can get with that. What up, Officer Donut? Can you name 10 countries in Africa? I probably could. Nigeria, Niger, Zimbabwe, Qatar, Egypt, Zanzibar, South Africa. How many did you say? 8, 10? Not Nicaragua. What am I thinking of? Oh, wow. I'm having a problem with 10 there, too. Nigeria, not Nicaragua. That's what I was thinking. Nigeria. Somalia. And freaking Rwanda. Close enough. I can name 10 easy, she said. I got close. Nigeria. Morocco, right? Yep. I don't want to hear you freaking cheating, Julio. Obviously. Let me get one. You get one. Hey, Space Cow. Oh, I broke it again. Oh, what did I break? Why it's not working no more? That's not working anymore. Now I broke it. Huh. I broke my damn wackadoodle. Okay, let me see if this works now. Okay, there you go. Where's Space Cowboy at? What's the largest? Is it backwards? Space Cowboy's not getting freaking. His chat ain't popping up. Is Julio's on Twitch? Oh, okay. I must have that turned off for Twitch. General settings. Quick actions. Global. It should be global. Yeah. Settings. Oh, no. I gotta set the variables up for. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I gotta set the variables up differently for Twitch rather than yeah, my bad. Capital. I know my geography. Okay, all right, then good. Way to go. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Yeah. Yeah, so I need to change it so people on Twitch, you guys on Twitch, yours don't pop up because it's grabbing the YouTube profile picture web address URL. Okay, all right. I'll have to make a. Okay, well, let me just do it now. Let me just do it now. Okay, bam, bam. Okay, let's do this. Let's do actions. We'll do chat overlay, and then we'll have to add Twitch users, add broadcaster information. Okay, and then we'll have to go here. Will it work? It'll work. It'll work. Then I'll need to go here. Then I need to change this. Oh, will it work like that? Let me see. Let me see if this works. Let me see if this works. Okay, let me see if this works. No, dang it. Dang it. Huh, interesting. That sucks. All right, I gotta figure that out. Okay, my bad. Okay, my bad. Okay, I believe you, brother. I'm just saying, I thought you were lying. Hey, I'm a stupid American. Be careful who you're talking to. Be careful who you're talking to, Julio. This is John Wick by an Arch motorcycle. Be sure to like and subscribe. What's Mr. Wick doing? Bam! I thought that was a piece of bubble gum. It's a pink dinosaur or something. I thought it was a piece of bubble gum. I was like, what the hell's a crown doing with a piece of bubble gum? Whoa. Welcome. I need to change that font too. Let's do this real quick. Shout out text. Okay, so see, this might be a little too small too. Let's see. Let's see if we do this. Let's try this. All right. Now where did you go? Let's see here. All right. Okay, that's a better font there. And let's try this one more time. I probably don't need the outline, but okay. All right, close enough for now. Me and Cowboy down by the schoolyard. Yeah. Okay. All right. I gotta fix that, dude. Sans script is fine. Yeah, I'll get it worked out. I'll get way too. Ice already caught me. They sent me to Mars like I'm supposed to. Oh, I can't make that pop up on the screen. And I think it's not showing. Doesn't show. Okay, so I have to fix. I've got to get Twitch in there, and I've got to get emojis in there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me see what we got going on here too. Let's check it from the phone. Okay. All right, I'll fix the fonts. So my buddy, the guy that I did the water heater video with, you guys have seen that. He's from Pakistan, and he's lived here his whole life since he was 2, and his parents never did his paperwork. So he got arrested for speeding. He got arrested for speeding. He was doing over 100 miles over the speed limit, and so he got arrested. And then they were like, "You got an ICE detainer, dude." And this was during the Biden administration. So he's fine now. But yeah, that was a big jam, 100 miles over. Yeah, he was doing 145 and a 40, 150 and a 45. There we go. Okay. Baby driver going crazy. Yeah, he was going fast, brother. He was going fast. So he his freaking wackadoo. He had a Supra, an old Supra, freaking like 95, 94, 95 Supra, and it was freaking turboed, had gas, nitrous, yeah, and so there's this area right by our houses. He only lives like 5 miles down the street from him. And yeah, there's this. It's a 40 mile. It's either a 40 or a 45. I think it's a 40 mile an hour. And it's just it's curvy and it's through the woods. But then they needed to connect 2 roads together, so they made one straight ass road just to connect 2 roads. So it shouldn't have been a 40 mile an hour speed limit, but regardless, it was, because it was dead straight. You can see this big patch of rubber where everybody smokes their tires to get their tires sticky to race down this road. Because you can see anybody coming, it's not going over hills or anything. It's just freaking straight. And he said, let's see what this thing can do. And guess who was at the stop sign? The whole time. He couldn't see the cop. And then as he was coming up, the curvature of the earth, basically, he gets over and he sees him, and he's like, I was already doing like 140. So he put it into 4th gear and jumped on it, dumped it, downshifted into 4th gear and jumped on it and hit the gas. And he said he was doing over 150. He had an argument with the officer. The officer said 150, and he was like, I was doing over 150. He's like, if I'm going to jail for this, you're going to tell the truth. And he was like, I got you doing 150. He's like, we're not going any farther than that. Yeah. I'm not adverse to a spirited drive. Yeah. There was no license plates on the car. His shop, me and him used to have a company together where we would make taillights, LED taillights for hot rods and people's sports cars before LED. This was like 10 years ago. It was yeah, it had to be like 13 years ago. So when I was in the movie industry. And so, and this is before you could get LED taillights and headlights for cars all over the place. So we would make them custom. I had a laser cutter, and I would cut out, I actually still have the sheets upstairs. It's basically sunglasses material, the tinted sunglasses material. And I would cut it with a laser cutter. And then we would fit it in. Yeah. And so he still does that. It's what he does. He does let this work on very fast cars. My shopping cart can't even do 70 uphill. A very gradual uphill. 4th gear, 5th gear, 4th gear, 5th gear on the highway. The legend is live. What up, Envy? Pakistani Smokey. This was in America. This was in Atlanta, Georgia. But he was 30. So he was in the country for 28 years. And they were like, dude, we don't know who you are. I mean, he's got a driver's license. He's got a house. He's a homer. And so but his parents never did it. Never Never did his paperwork. He went to school here. He went to elementary school, junior high, high school, college, all here. You know, and it's like he's pro ICE too. He's like nope, done, get him out. And I'm like, that's crazy, but I can understand why. Because he's got companies here, and like he is in the construction, not in the, well, he's in the construction business, but he's in the real estate industry. He buys homes, sells homes, fixes up homes. I've done a lot of work with him doing that too, and so he knows that the reason that it's so bad is because there's millions of people that just like he didn't realize he didn't have it. He's never needed his citizenship papers before. He didn't know he wasn't certified. Apparently what happened after he got out and everything like that, his parents were like, yeah, it was like $5,000 back when he was like 2 years old. So they're like, we'll just wait until we have more money, and they just never did it. Oh, video. Sorry, where's that? Space Cow. Why does it keep doing that?
It's a whole dump truck of frozen iguanas, and there's another one waiting. Look at that mountain. Florida's finest popsicle. No fake factory junk, just straight up lizard. You are not going to believe this. That's a whole dump truck of frozen iguanas, and there's another one waiting. Look at that mountain. Florida's finest popsicle. No fake factory junk, just...
Wow. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, sorry, you guys couldn't even really see the whole thing.
Straight up lizard. You are not going to believe this. That's a whole dump truck of frozen iguanas, and there's another one waiting. Look at that mountain. Florida's finest popsicle. No fake factory junk, just straight up...
That's so crazy. I guess it's like eating fish. You got to eat around the ribs and whatnot.
It's help from behind, and the car goes into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground.
Holy crap.
Violent wreck. It's a push from the 43
He's
car.
so lucky. The roof of the car didn't hit the asphalt. It bounced completely over the asphalt on its tires and then landed on the grass. That's air. Air did that.
Into the infield air. It just lifts right up off the ground. Violent.
Look, watch. The roof of his car, hood of his car misses it, bam, and then the hood hits in the grass here.
And it's
He's lucky. He's so lucky.
Maybe it hit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So when ICE shows up, give him the boot. To give him the boot, don't worry, officer. I'll punch myself in the face for you. He got it straightened out. He didn't have a record or anything. And this, like I said, this was 4 or 5 years ago. This wasn't even during the Trump administration. And this is the thing that's so crazy. You get people out there getting shot thinking that they're being anti-Trump because no, Trump didn't do this. This has always been the law. No one realized exactly what was going on. It's yes, and people dying over it. It's momentum and angle. Yep. He lived. Yes. Oh, yes. Praise be the roll cages. Right. Come on.
Truck, iguana, frozen stiff. We pulled them out of folks' driveways this morning. Look at that.
These gotta be AI. Yeah, these are AI.
Tacos, stews, you name it. Whole dump truck, solid iguana, frozen stiff. We pulled them out of folks' driveways this morning. Look at that. Thousands of them. We're throwing them straight on the grill, making tacos, stews, you name it. Whole dump truck, solid iguana, frozen.
Yeah, I get it now. It's AI.
Stiff. We pulled them out of folks' driveways this morning. Look at that. Thousands of them. We're throwing them straight on the grill, making tacos, stews, you name it. Whole dump.
Tacos, stews, you name it. Is it true that Democrats? Is it true that Democrats have the plan to implement the immigrants and give them the vote right? Social yeah. It's true. It's true. I don't think it's just Democrats, though. I don't think it's just Democrats. It's definitely a plan. It's definitely a plan. So, look at this. I mean, I don't know how quickly we'll be able to find it on Google, but let me shut some of this stuff down here. How many states can you vote without an ID? So only 36 states do you need ID. All right, so all those other states, you just sign your name. It's called an affidavit. You just sign an affidavit saying that you have the right to vote. You're saying, I hereby affirm, and this is why affirmation was such a very big word pushed out. I affirm that I have the right to vote, and so there you go. And so you have all these people that are voting, because look, if you're getting all this money, what do you? Remember, the Democrats did this same thing. The Democrats did the same thing that Trump's doing now. Back during Obama, actually, the guy that Obama hired, or the guy that Trump hired, what's his name? The border czar. What's his name? Tom Homan. So check this out. So the reason Trump hired Tom Homan for doing deportations is because Obama hired Tom Homan for deportations, and he did such a good job deporting 5 million people under Obama. Obama giving Tom Homan an award. So right here, here's Trump, here's Obama giving Tom Homan an award. So Obama used to be called the deporter in chief. This is how you know it's fake. If you know any Republicans that say that this is brand new, they're lying. If you have any Democrats saying this is brand new, they're lying. This is how you know if people know what they're talking about. If they say that Trump's trying to import, no. It's always been this way. People are just dying for it now. It's always been the law. But people want to get crazy. But yeah, so it's always been the law. It's always been the law. Nothing new's changing. And listen, if you look at what's going on in Minnesota, you have Texas, in the past year, Texas has deported more, ICE in Texas has deported more people from Texas with less injuries, 0 deaths than Minnesota. Minnesota people are dying because people don't know what they're talking about. And it's a problem. It's a big problem. Yes, but yeah, they're trying to scam the elections, 100%. Listen, if you were to steal, if you ever get a job for the government and you decide to steal some money, you're going to realize when you're about to get out of office that you're going to get caught if one of your friends doesn't get in office next. So now, and that's if you steal $1,000. If you steal $1 million, then what are you going to do? You're going to say, well, if the Republicans ever get in power again, this is going to happen. So they're doing the best they can, doing whatever they can to make sure that the Republicans do not stay in power. Yeah, so you have to see it from both sides. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I've collected over 5,000 iguanas. There we go.
Whoa, something broke. Something broke in the car.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Holy
Jimmy climbs
crap.
out of the car and says, yeah, guys, I'm okay.
Good thing that phone was there.
Whoa, something broke.
Head on.
Something broke in the car. Oh, my God. Jimmy climbs out of the car and says, yeah, guys, I'm okay.
That's freaking crazy. It's Jimmy Johnson. Boom, confetti. Jimmy Johnson misses the turn. Something went wrong. Steering linkage gone. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. All right, where are we at? 8:30. All right. Let's see. Thanks for joining the Twitch there, Space Cow, brother, by the way. I think the biggest issue with the anti-ICE mob is they don't have the idea that it's not ICE after all the illegals, but right. But the illegal criminals, right. But they even, oops, I broke that too. Okay, I gotta fix the text there too. Okay, is that? But every shit is given my right. That's a big problem. I smell danger. Oh, that's the wrong one. I smell danger. Dun. Riding the grass is very unforgiving. Yes, Matthew. So here's the problem. When people go through college and they get a degree, but they don't deserve it, they act like they know everything. So they think just by reading headlines, they don't need to read the rest of the articles. And they're so informed. They tell all their friends. The girls say, I went to college, you didn't. I'm not even going to date you. And this is a big problem. This is why this happens. People that don't learn how to learn, they don't know how to learn. They learn how to pass tests, how to memorize stuff. So they've been programmed to memorize. So when they have a news station that tells them, no, what you're doing is right. What you're doing is like the church thing that just happened with Don Lemon. They talk about how Don Lemon was protected by the First Amendment. But guess what else is in the First Amendment? So somebody tells him, no, you have the First Amendment right to free speech, but everybody else in there has the right to practice and worship, to practice their religion. So the people in there also had a First Amendment right. So this is the wacky little thing. These people are talking about, no, you have the First Amendment for free speech. Right, but what do you know about the First Amendment? So other people have First Amendment rights for other things too. You can't take theirs away. And this is like, you hear these people talking about how but yeah, like look at the First Amendment. The First Amendment to the Constitution. All right. All right, First Amendment. Right, look at it right here. For freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. So those people had the right to assemble. So did but you can't infringe on other people's rights. So if the other people were just standing in a field, you could protest them. But when you're practicing religion, you can't interrupt them. And the big thing they said is they wanted to stop business as usual. So you have people that are colleged, not learned, but they have a paper. They went to college and they think so highly of themselves. But they're always wrong. And when they find out they're wrong, it's so embarrassing that some people, like sometimes if you catch your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or whatever cheating on you, some people it happens to, and they'll say, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. They can never admit it because they're caught, they're wrong, and it's so embarrassing that they would rather go to their death than, it's called the ego. They would rather go to their death than their ego be damaged. Like, oh, man, what do you mean I'm not that smart? Like, what, you didn't read the rest of the First Amendment? You only read the part about free speech? And then thought, oh, I'm covered by the Free Speech Amendment, let's go. No, it's people don't know stuff, and it's the problem. Because there are smart Democrats and there are smart Republicans, and right now, the Democrats are causing the trouble. And they're getting people killed. And this is a big problem now. This is what the big problem now is. Now they're taking kids out from school, young little 5-6-year-olds to protest. People are dying in these protests. Some teacher is going to take someone else's kid out to a protest and get that kid killed so they can have a George Floyd moment. They can say, oh, look what these horrible ICE did. Why did you have the kid there? And this is a problem. They don't care. They're pro-abortion. They don't care. Killing a kid is just late-term abortion, post-birth abortions. People that don't care about life are hard to deal with. You don't think it's that black and white? Right. It's pretty black and white. I think what they do is they over-confuse it, Zara, and then sell people I know it's so complicated. We'll unpack it all for you. I don't think it is. I really don't. I've talked to thousands and thousands of people. I've worked in the liberal movie industry for 15 years. I know it. Like most people do not know what they're talking about. and they need to be able to prove that they're good people. Now it's not that black and white in. There are also people that know how to control people like that, and that's a big problem. And the problem is they're not the ones that are getting arrested. The people that are telling these people that they're not breaking the law, the people that are telling them that it's okay to smack and push around ICE because they're the Gestapo, these people are the ones controlling the people that think they know what's doing right. But I mean, maybe we can talk about because quit because I hate going to college because I could use more collagen in my diet. I take some every day. Damn, with my why people be taking kids to protest? That's stupid. It's very stupid. It's very dark thinking. That's what they're doing, and they've caught. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. They've found these people's signal chats, and they're saying this. They're not saying they're saying they're calling them flashpoint media moments. We need to make flashpoint media moments. Take your phones out, capture flashpoint media movements. And they said like George Floyd. So they know that people are going to die, but that's war. In war, we're going to lose some of each side. Just like that snake, don't tread on me. It said freedom is protected with the blood of the patriots and the tyrannical. It's the same. It's the way people think. Yeah, they're not fun. I wouldn't go. Men in uniform is hot though. What do you guys say? Yeah, ICE protest. Well, yeah, somebody had a question. It's open topic tonight, but yeah, somebody was out talking about the ICE protest, Dustin. Yeah, and the problem is people don't know. Like, do you know why you pay so much in taxes? Because you don't read the tax law. Do you know why rich people don't pay much in taxes? Because they hire people to read the tax law. We know we get taxed. Someone told us this. But you don't know all the things you can get out, that you can, how you can start companies and trusts, and how you can move stuff around to legally bypass your taxes. So, and this is a problem. Most people don't know what they're talking about with anything. And I've made a promise to myself as to be a streamer, I'm only going to talk about stuff that I know about, or I'm willing to learn about right away. Like, I'm not going to be no, unless someone's being completely wrong about something, and I've pulled up proof for them. Do you guys remember the women's protest for like the women's rights a long time ago? Yes, that got hijacked 100%, and there is silver linings and everything, right? So the problem with the feminism movement is now it's on its fourth wave. The problem with movements is they never set. So say you started a feminist movement, okay, and you say I want women to be able to do cartwheels at work no matter what, just because I want them to be able to do cartwheels, okay. So now you get donations. Other women are like, yes, queen, slay, go get. And then now you convince, after 5 years, you convince the government to pass a law saying it's legal for women, even though it was already legal. It's legal for women to do cartwheels at work. Now, the whole infrastructure that was set up to get that law passed isn't going to be like, okay, well, I guess we're all laid off now. No, they're going to say, well, what can we do next? And then what can we do next? Because they're getting a lot of money. They're getting millions of dollars in donations every year. They're queens on a pedestal to these people. And not just the feminists, any movement, insert any movement's name here. And this is the problem. When they say this is what we're after, then they're like, oh, well, I don't want to go back to work. I'm going to make another problem. And now they just keep going. This is a problem. Movements that get money, that get tax exempt money, should have a completion structure. And when that is completed, they should dissolve the company. Yes, group agreeing. Yes, absolutely. Right to suffrage, women's work suffrage. Well, I know what suffrage means. Yes. My daughter always said, my daughter always being, my daughter always be saying, clock it when I say something like it makes sense. Clock it. Yep, never wins. Pro se never wins. Clock it. And this is a big problem, right? So if you get if you were the leader of the feminist movement, the equal rights movement, or whatever, and then you get those laws passed, what are you going to do next? You say, okay, well, what can we do now? Okay, now gay people. Okay, now gay people can marry. Oh, now trans people need this, and they just keep adding people to it. The law already says you cannot discriminate against people for their sexual proclivities, their age, their race, none of that. They're like, I don't want to start paying taxes. I don't want to. So let's find something else. But they find other stuff. And the thing is, so many people believe that there's actually laws against these other groups, and there's not. The law, the Civil Rights Act doesn't allow you but they say, no, we need more. We need protected status. We need this. No, you don't. You've already got the law. And what they want is people to change their way of thinking and their way of acting. And people, listen, attention is addictive. Like Karens, the people they call Karens, are typically women that were beautiful, that used to get a lot of attention from society. Other women were saying they were beautiful, and men were saying they were beautiful. Men were always open doors. And then they get older, and then they're not as beautiful anymore. So now they're like, why isn't anybody looking at me? So now if somebody gives them a Coca-Cola I said no ice, and they're slamming it down because they're at attention. They haven't gotten that in years, and that's a big problem. So you'll notice a lot of people that are loud are the ones that don't get attention, and then when they start to get it, they'll say something on the internet. They'll get 0 likes, 0 likes, 0 likes, and then all of a sudden they'll say, screw Joe Biden, 100,000 likes, screw Trump, 100,000 likes, and then they're like, well, I'm going to keep following that because obviously this is the person I'm supposed to be. This is the person that gets the attention, and it pulls them in. It's really bad. Personally, I just say, yup. My dad always says that it is what it is. Yep, I got that same thing. Yep, I got the same thing. Oops, religion. I forgot, I missed it. By Feminism Today, it's Feminism Today talking, which are you sober today? So the thing is, they use fear tactics. They tell women that they'll lose their right to vote if this company doesn't stay together. If this nonprofit, non-taxed company that gives them free money to argue about stuff gets taken away, gets shut down, then frickin' Biden or Trump will come and take their rights away. It's not the way rights work. And they don't know that, but they can convince people to give them a lot of money, and they're just scams. After the laws are passed, the agreement for their NGO, the agreement for their tax exempt status should go away. It should say, okay, you want tax exempt status for this reason. What would satisfy this reason? Okay, a law passed that says this. Okay, after that's done, you're now disqualified. And then they'd be like, but they're not, and they say they have weird names. Okay. My son was doing this game, whatever it's called. He was going to ICE protests with his friends, doing crazy Mexican music. It was so crazy. I need more data to make me believe without him reasonable doubt. Right? Hey, do you recall the nut job? Which one? What's the chance that Karens are just usually effed in the head because of how they were raised? Maybe they were victims all along. I'm still doing the flip. Brother, I don't see that. You don't see. I mean, the ones that make it to the internet, at least, and the ones that I've experienced in my life, it's a cry for attention. It's a cry for attention. Why are you freaking, like, if they get arrested for freaking out, then their soda, they ask for no ice, and soda had ice in it, and it's just stuff like that. They would have gotten arrested previously for it. So it's something that they've evolved into. Good evening, Stained. Good evening. Okay, Karen. Talk to the hand. Karens were told no by their daddy. That's the root of their problems. Could be that too. Or they didn't. What up, Pancake? I think Karen's have entitlement in his shoes. Daddy gave him everything when it's the pension. Or when Daddy died, or that attention stopped. Right, something they used to, regardless of if it's Daddy or the society or whatever, they used to get attention and they're not getting it anymore. And think about the way the world works. When you are young and everything's given to you, you expect life to work that way. And it doesn't. And then when that stops, you're like, wait, none of my glances and my flirtation is getting me free drinks at the bar. It happens. It definitely happens. I'm rubber, you're glue. Exactly. Never told no. The parent's responsibility. Mandate a Karen fund to put them on Karen Island so they can fight all over the parking spaces together. Do you recall last time you were caught lacking? It's not often. It ain't often. It ain't often. When I was a state trooper, I had to arrest Karen because she pushed a kid riding. Listen, dude, I tell you, this shit's absolutely crazy. And I don't know if they know that they're doing it. Like, I don't know if they understand that's why they're doing it, or it's just those things like with the likes online, where you have somebody that was never into politics before, and they say something like I don't know who to vote for. Maybe Trump, and they get like down votes, boo, kill yourself, blah, 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 blah. And they say, I think I'm going to vote for Biden. Yay, 100,000 likes, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, that's the right way to act. That's what they think. So, and when that attention stops, that's when they get off the internet and they go out in the streets, because now people can't bitch as openly as they are able to over the past like 8 years on the internet about just everything. You know the song F the Police? It should be F the Karens. Coming straight from the underground. In my bag cause I'm brown. Yo, what am I landing on? We're open topic, sorry. We're talking about a lot of different things. All of my past 8 husbands were narcissists. Exactly. Right. But you had those 8 husbands from like 18 years old to 32 years old. Now you're 48 years old and you're freaking yelling and screaming at people because they didn't add ketchup to your burger. It's crazy stuff, man. Listen, and the thing is, you can't feel bad. If we could find the reason for these psychotic actions, then maybe we can stop them. We can find a way to help people like that. But the problem is, having a mental disorder is cool now. You know, so it's like, it'll get you more clicks on the internet. Yes, I remember you, Pancake. My boss's assistant is a narcissist. That's probably not good. Not funny. We should make a protest, Karens. It would be funny. I protest. I think they need help, and this is a problem. And the problem is, I'm not against giving them help in jail. Like you hear a lot of these politicians, has to go. All the other employees agree. If you walk in a room and it smells like shit, there's probably shit in there. If every room you walk to smells like shit, you stepped in shit. Exactly. And here, children in the bed like Donald Duck. I got no pants. I ain't got no pants on. I ain't got no. So like Mondami's talking about hiring people separate than police officers to go to try to like talk down people that are having psychotic episodes. And the problem is, these people also, they're talking about people that have been arrested dozens of times and they keep getting let out, and they keep saying, go get some help. Why don't you give them help in jail when they can't hurt other people? Hire drag queens. What up, Plastic? To me, Emma, I said lots of jokes. You're not the only pancake in here then, Emma. I remember you, Emma. Absolutely. But I don't remember. You're the second pancake to come in here, unless you came in here yesterday. Yesterday or day before. Yesterday. Drag queen makeovers in jail. Let's make it happen. Excuse me. I ordered 8 chicken nuggets and I got 9. Please call the manager. Right. Exactly. Like what causes the break? What causes the stress level to be so high in people that something like that throws them off? And like getting to the point of violence. Like that's a problem. The help isn't help. I don't think they're trying. The help that they're getting outside isn't help either. The problem is you have people starting companies to help these people that aren't doing anything. They're just saying, oh, the 75 people that got released last week, I'm going to be working with them. Here's the names that I just got off the list. Never seen them once, but charge monthly to the government to help these people, and they're not getting the help. Look at the $48 billion that went to California for homelessness, and homelessness got worse. They've got like 700, like on like one block, it's one cube of area, they've got like 1,000 shelters, which could handle like 100,000 people or something crazy. And there's 0 people in any of them. There's no cars. Their businesses aren't even open, and they're all getting millions and millions of dollars from the government because they're there to help. There's this one guy, he gets paid $124,000 per year per person to feed them $24,000 per year per person to feed the homeless. He bought a microwave and a pallet of ramen, and they can come in and eat ramen whenever they want. So he only paid about $100 a year a person, and he's getting paid $24,000 a year a person. And it just has a small little off. So he's going to jail now. But this is what's been going on with the money. People say, if you don't care about yourself, I'm going to act like I care about you, and then I'm going to get a bunch of money for it. And this is what the virtue signaling is. I think this is the average. I mean, this is some of the average people on the internet that say, oh, bad, because racism or whatever. No, you don't care. And then if they can say, okay, racism is so bad, we need to start anti-racism centers, and I'm going to start teaching people, anybody that walks in, I'll teach, and I'll do 1,000 people a month, but I can't get their names because they might be illegal aliens. So therefore, you have to believe me when I say that I'm going to teach 1,000 people a week about racism, and then pay me $100 per person per week from the government and this is the bullcrap that's going on. Extremely low stress, extremely low stress tolerance, lack of shame, right? All right, Zara. For the first time offenders, courts usually give them counseling, group therapy, plea of absence, assistance, gives them jail time with 0 mercy. That's what they used to do. And not anymore. Regardless of what the cause is, someone's capable of committing a crime that should be locked up, period. I agree with you 100%. Why are they not? It's obvious to most people that the courts aren't protecting the citizens because they keep letting violent people out. But the violent people might have had a bad upbringing. So talk to them about it in jail when they can't hurt other people. Regardless of what the cause is. Okay, for the first time, regardless of the cause is, someone has to go. Yeah, I agree. And be forced to be drag queens. In Florida, they encourage drug addicts to use part of their rehabilitation. Canada, yeah, so is America. Hey, Richard, you see that video about the school resource officer slamming a kid to the floor at Take Two? I've seen a bunch of those, man. What's going on, Hamnesia? Why is this game so fun in the chat? You like jazz? I'm a fan of jazz. How are you, Hamnesia? You're telling me that if I speed once or twice more times, I'll be forced to dress drag in jail? That's right. You better not speed. This is tyranny. Tyranny, I say. The Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, boy. Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So, okay. We're going to go ahead and call it here in a minute or two. I'm gonna fix the the YouTube side's working fine. I gotta fix the Twitch side so I can pull the Twitch chatters' names up. And then I'm going to get to sleep. You like jazz? I'm a fan of jazz. All that jazz. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I spent a lot of time working on all this coding stuff today, so because I get freaking squirrel when I'm trying to stream and do this. I can't see how people can do that when they do tutorials live and they're doing that and keeping up with the chat and stuff. Wow, I mean, I can't do it. All right, everybody. I love you. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.